And we're live. What's going on, everybody? And welcome to a very special presentation here on the channel. I'm your host, Woot Worldwide. And welcome to the 2023 NFL Divisional Round matchup between the 4th seed AFC South Division champion, the Jacksonville Jaguars, taking on the top seed over the AFC West Division champion, the Kansas City Chiefs. So this could be a good matchup. It's my first time doing a play-by-play commentary of the whole game. So if you're new to the channel, like and subscribe. Follow us on Worldwide. Follow us on all of our social media you see on the screen. And I'm going to this game, I was pretty down the middle. I don't want to be biased. Last week was a historic win for us. But we're going to a game now against a team who's actually better than what it was last year offensively. I think Patrick Mahomes is definitely league MVP. I think Juju Smith-Schuster having a great season. Jared McKinnon's an X Factor. Pacheco, huge year for him. Travis Kelce, All-Pro. They are missing McCall Hartman for this game, but I don't think that's been much of a factor with him being out. They're loaded. They have MVS, Juju, McKinnon, Pacheco, and then, of course, Travis Kelce. They're all threat factors in the receiving game, so we got to really play clean football. We cannot afford to turn the ball over like we did last week. We was -5 in the turnover battle. Trevor threw 4 picks in the first half against the Chargers last week. We cannot afford to play sloppy football. We got to come in calm, poised. It is going to be a rough environment. Kansas City is very, very loud, especially in postseason play. Not too many teams have came in and survived. So we get ready to start the game between the Jags and the Chiefs. Winner goes to AFC title game. And the Jags will start off with the football first. And they'll turn on their own 25-yard line. So let's go and get into this game. First play, Trevor Lawrence. Pass and complete Christian Kirk. It'll be second down for Jacksonville at their own 25-yard line. Let's see what happens here on second down. We need to create some big plays early on against this defense. Really got to show that we're here to compete. And we're not here because of a fluke last week. So let's see what happens here on second down and 10 at their own 25-yard line. Now, I'm not watching the game in person. I am watching it on ESPN Gamecast, so y'all bear with me. Trevor Lawrence drops back, throws the pass complete. The Trav ETN for a gain of 6. It'll be 3rd and 4 at the Jags' 31-yard line. Jacksonville wearing the traditional white and black uniforms with the white socks. Big third down conversion early on in this game. Big trend-setting play right here on 3rd and 4. Let's see what Jacksonville do on 3rd down. It's going to be a huge environment right here in Kansas City. Probably the loudest the Jags have faced all year. So can they zero out the noise in KC? Probably the loudest fan base in the NFL. Lawrence drops back. Pass incomplete intended for Jamal Agnew, and Jacksonville go 3 and out. So quick 3 and out for Jacksonville in their first possession. 3 pass for Trevor Lawrence, 1 for 3 on the drive, and Jacksonville will be forced to punt. So let's see what the Jaguar defense do after receiving the football. They do nothing with it. Let's see what Josh Allen and crew could do against this high-power offense of KC. So we're looking to get ready to punt the football away to Kansas City. After going 3 and out, 14-14 left in the first quarter, 0-0 in Arrowhead between the 4th-seeded Jags and the top-seeded Chiefs. I'm sorry, the Chiefs are 14-3. I wrote down the description they're 13-3, so they're actually 14-3 on the year. So Logan Cook punts at 58 yards. Kadarius Toney returning for 6 yards at KC 17. And that's where Patrick Mahomes and company will take over from their own 17-yard line after a 58-yard punt by Logan Cook. So let's see what the Jaguar defense has to do against this very explosive KC offense. And I forgot to say, Kadarius Toney's on this team too. So he'll make up for the absent McCole Hartman. First play, Pacheco up the middle. 12-yard gain, first down Kansas City after a 12-yard pickup by Isaiah Pacheco. So already KC got a big play to start the game, a quick 12-yard play to the running back Pacheco. And of course, KC could run with some kind of no huddle. They're a very high-paced offense. So let's see what Andy Reid got going on first down. Once again, Jacksonville got to contain the big plays. They got to contain the big plays. You got to contain the big plays. Second down, Mahomes, first time hit Travis Kelce, 7-yard gain. Out to the 36 of KC. Trey Herndon and Devin Lloyd on the tackle for the Jag. So a quick 2 plays, 19 yards on the play. It was now 2nd and 3 at the KC 36 after a 7-yard gain from Travis Kelce, who, in my opinion, is definitely a first-team All-Pro. It's crazy that Mahomes threw for 5,000 yards once again without Tyreek Hill. It's amazing how great of a quarterback this man is. He's definitely worth the money they paid him last year. Mahomes drops back, finds once again Travis Kelce, 14-yard pickup. They're at midfield. Andre Cisco, Devin Lloyd on the tackle, and here comes the Chiefs. Already at midfield after starting the drive at their own 17-yard line. So already Travis Kelce making a big impact on the Chiefs' opening drive. 12:40 left in the opening quarter at Arrowhead, and the Chiefs are on the move. Pacheco on the carry, going on the right-hand side, getting a 5 in Jags territory at the Jags 45. Trayvon Walker, once again, Devin Lloyd, there on the stop. 4 plays, 38 yards on the drive. After starting the drive at their own 17, they're at the Jags 45. So it's 2nd and 5, 12:02 left in the opening quarter. So already up, Mahomes drops back, finds Juju Smith-Schuster, 13-yard gain, and they're inside, deep inside Jag territory at the 32 after a 13-yard gain for Juju Smith-Schuster. So they're already in Harrison Butker field goal range after a 13-yard pickup by Juju. Alunku and Devin Lloyd once again there on the stop. So 5 plays, 51 yards, averaging 10 yards per play. After starting on 17, they're already in Jags territory at the 32. Mahomes, pass quick to Kadarius Toney, gain a 9. Alunku on the tackle. They're down to the 23-yard line. 2nd and 1 for Mahomes and company after a 9-yard pickup for Kadarius Toney. Kansas City trying to put the first points to the board. They're well inside Harrison Butker's field goal range. 10:52 left in the opening frame here at Arrowhead Stadium. 6 plays, 60 yards on this Kansas City march. 2nd down. McKinnon on the right side. Gain of 5. First down inside the red zone for Kansas City. Alunku on the tackle. It's first intended at the Jags 18. So they started at the 17 in their own territory. A few big plays here. They're already inside the Jags 20 at the 18. Ready to set up shop. 1st and 10. So here we go, 1st and 10 at the 18 of Jacksonville for Kansas City. This is their 8th play of the drive. And Jacksonville will call their first time out at 9:38. So 9:38 in the first quarter, Kansas City showed why they're the best team in the AFC. They're driving down the Jags' throat. After starting on 17, they're at the Jags 18, looking to punch it in to get the first points on the board in this AFC Divisional matchup. Early on in the year, the Jags played the Chiefs in Arrowhead. The Jags lost by 10, 27-17. Hopefully the Jags can learn from that loss early on in the year and carry into today's matchup. But so far, Kansas City's doing what Kansas City do best: create big plays, drive down the field, as they do it right now. It'll be 1st and 10 when they come back. 9:40 left in the opening quarter. The Chiefs on an 8-play drive. Mahomes' first incomplete pass of the drive. It'll be 2nd down and 10 at the Jags 18. So for the time being, that slows down the Chiefs' momentum. Alunku once again there on the play. This will be the Chiefs' 9th play of the drive. After starting back in the own 17, they're at the Jags 18 on 2nd and 10. A field goal here will be a huge win for Jacksonville. They cannot afford too many touchdowns for Kansas City. On 2nd down, Pacheco up the middle, 4-yard pickup. Alunku and Hamilton are the stop for the Jags. 3rd and 6 at the Jags 14. Huge stop here for Jacksonville. To just get 3 will be a win for Coach Peterson and the crew. So 3rd and 6, big play here for both teams. Early on the game, 9:34 left in the 3rd. See what we're going to do here. And Patrick Mahomes, once again for the 3rd time this drive, finds Travis Kelce for a pickup of 6, and his first to go, KC at the Jags 8. Rayshon Jenkins and Devin Lloyd there on the stop. That was their 10th play of the drive, 75-yard. Started back in their own 17, and they're on the doorstep of getting this a 7-0 game. Mahomes pass incomplete, intended for Kelce, 2nd and goal. 8:07 left in the opening frame. Okay, Jackson will get a stop in the goal line. 2nd down, 8:07 left at the 8-yard line. 12th play on the drive. Okay, Jackson will get a stop here deep inside their goal line. Twelfth play of the drive for Kansas City after starting their own 17. Jacksonville needs a big stop here to prevent the 7 to be on the board. And Travis Kelce do what he does best in the red zone. 8-yard catch, touchdown Kansas City. After a 12-play, 83-yard drive, Mahomes finds his main man, Travis Kelce, in the end zone, 8 yards. Touchdown Kansas City. Pending extra point. It's about to be 7-0 early on in KC. Extra point by Butler's good. With 7:56 left, the Chiefs lead 7-0 over the visiting Jags. as I work at this scoreboard. We'll be right back here on Woot Worldwide as the Chiefs lead 7-0 over the Jacksonville Jaguars. Technical difficulties. We're back here on the channel. I'm sorry, guys. My phone messed up on me, but we're good. So 7:56 left for the opening quarter. 7-0 Kansas City at the 8-yard touchdown catch for Travis Kelce. On the drive, Mahomes was 6 of 8, 57 yards, including 4 targets for 35 yards, and a touchdown for all-pro tight end Travis Kelce. I'm yours truly, Worldwide. I appreciate y'all guys joining into the video. Like and subscribe if you're new. Follow all the social medias on the screen. Still 7-0, 7:56 left. Jacksonville will start their drive at the 39-yard line. Actually, at the Kansas City 39-yard line after a huge 63-yard return for special teams expert Jamal Agnew. So the Jags started great field position after a huge return. So let's see how Jacksonville can capitalize off the great return by Agnew. Can Jacksonville answer the KC 83-yard march on the opening drive? Huge play for Jacksonville as Agnew gets them into deep KC territory. First play for Jacksonville. Lawrence finds Christian Kirk for 7 yards, take it to the KC 32-yard line. Big play for the Jags to get them in the territory, to get them opportunity to put points in this game. 2nd and 3 after a 7-yard catch for Kirk. What can Jacksonville do on 2nd down and manageable? Big drive for Jacksonville to answer the KC huge 12-play march. That set up a great position to get a touchdown this drive or get some kind of points, let it less. What we're going to do on 2nd down. 7:47 left in the opening frame here in KC. The Chiefs lead 7-0. Agnew up the middle. Only a 2-yard gain. 3rd and 1 at the Chiefs 30. What can Jacksonville do? He'll 3rd down. 3rd is short. I wouldn't mind to see a run here or a play action pass. I think KC probably going to play it safe and probably play a zone. Because Jacksonville knows to roll the dice deep in territories like they did last week in the win against Los Angeles. Travis Etienne once again makes a big play for Jacksonville. 19-yard run on 3rd and 1. Sets them up inside the red zone at the 11. Huge play for Jacksonville. That first big play of the game. Etienne sets them up in prime field position at the 11. Huge play on 3rd and 1. Travis Etienne, 19 yards. His first carry of the game. 3 plays, 28 yards after a 63-yard return by Jamal Agnew to get the Jags at the 32-yard line. After a 19-yard run by Etienne, sets him up in prime position. Etienne, second carry of the drive. 1-yard gain met by Chris Jones, the all-pro defensive tackle. So it'll be 2nd and 9 after KC 10. Looking to punch it in here from 10 and out to make it a tie ball game. This whole drive started with a 63-yard kick return by Jamal Agnew, set them up in prime field position. Then on 3rd and 1, Etienne gets them down to 11, and it's now 2nd and 9 to 10 for Jacksonville. So Jacksonville cannot score this opportunity. They got to get points in this drive, and they want to keep up with this KC offense. 2nd down and 9 with 5:49 left here in KC in the opening quarter. The Jazz got to counter KC's big plays with their own big plays of their own. And they do. Trevor Lawrence finds Christian Captain Kirk. Touchdown, Jags. And we got a ball game here in KC. A 10-yard touchdown catch for Christian Kirk. And we're an extra point away from being tied at Arrowhead Stadium. Beautiful pass by Trevor Lawrence. Extra point by Riley Patterson, the hero last week. It's good. We're tied at 7 in KC. Huge touchdown drive by Jacksonville to answer the KC 12-play drive. Thanks to great field position after the kick return by Agnew. Trevor Lawrence and company after a 19-yard run by ETN to set him up at the 10. Lawrence does what he does best, throw touchdowns. His 5th touchdown pass in the postseason. Kirk's 2nd touchdown pass in the postseason. And it's now 7-7 in Kansas City with 5:04 left. We got a ball game in Jacksonville, but Kansas City. The Jazz came to play so far. Let's see how it goes going forward. We'll be right back. We're tied at 7 in KC. What does KC do to answer the Jazz scoring drive? We're back here on the channel in a few minutes. Welcome back to the channel after a little break. After Jacksonville scored on a 10-yard touchdown pass from Lawrence to Kirk, we're tied at 7. And after a kickoff by Logan Cook, the Chiefs will take over throwing 25. So with 5:04 left, we're tied at 7 here in Kansas City. Jacksonville answered on a huge drive. KC started off. Jacksonville answered. Now what can the Chiefs do to answer the Jaguars scoring drive? Both quarterbacks looking good so far. Lawrence 3 for 5, 23 yards and a touchdown. Mahomes 6 of 8, 57 and a touchdown. So let's see what Kansas City do on their second possession of the game. So let's see what happens here on the Chiefs' next possession. Jacksonville got to limit the big plays. Travis Kelce was a huge problem in that opening drive as he caught 4 balls for 35 yards in the game's opening touchdown. We'll take a quick little break. We'll come back with the Chiefs' second possession here in the AFC Divisional round between the Chiefs and the Jags. Be right back. We're back again. So I guess they didn't take a break. So the Chiefs already on the move. Scrambles up the middle. It'll be defensive holding for Jacksonville. They run a quick play. And Mahomes finds Kadarius Toney to make it 2nd and 4 after 41. After a defensive holding helped the Chiefs move forward on their drive. So far, 2 plays, 16 yards. And Mahomes trying to pick up where he left off last, being assertive on the Jags defense. Don't worry, Jacksonville. Not too many teams can stop Patrick Mahomes or contain him that Mac. So this is going to be it's a tough task for us going into their house, their environment, against the hottest quarterback in the league and their high-powered offense. So we got to match our offense with their offense. It's going to be a high-scoring game. It depends which defense make a stop. It's now 36 now after Travis Kelce loses 2 on the play. So it'll be 36 after KC 39. Can the Jazz make a stop? Big third down here. Great play by Robertson Harris to slow down the All-Pro tight end. 36 at the KC 39. Can Jacksonville get a stop with 4:08 left in the first quarter? Jacksonville gotta limit the possession. They gotta keep their defense off the field. They gotta get stops. 36 for Kansas City Mahomes and company. Big play for the Jags defense. Can they make a stop on this high-powered offense? And they do not. Mahomes finds Watson for getting a 12 and another back-breaking third down conversion for the Chiefs. As they now inside Jags territory to the 49 after a 12-yard pickup. Tackle made by Trayvon Walker and Trey Herndon. So a 36, no problem for Mahomes as they go 12 yards and a first down. So they're inside Jags territory for the second consecutive drive. What does the Jags do? Can they hold it to 3 on this drive? Because we know Kansas City going to move the football. We got to limit the big plays, and we got to get our defense off the field. So far, the Jags hasn't done that. Mahomes finds Blake Bell, the former Oklahoma tight end, for getting 4 at the Jags 45. So 2nd and 6 for Mahomes and company. 5 plays, 30 yards. Starting back at their own 35. What can Jacksonville do to slow down this KC offense? Andy Reid has been a great acquisition for this Chiefs offense. And ever since he's been in KC, the KC offense has been elite. Now you add a gunslinger like Mahomes, you made the offense almost unstoppable. There's a blueprint to slow them down. You can't stop them, but you can slow them down. Hopefully Jacksonville can slow them down today. So far, it's been all Jacksonville, not all Jacksonville, all Kansas City so far. Kansas City will call their first timeout. With a minute 53 left in the first quarter, 7-7 in KC. We'll be right back here on the channel after a quick break. Welcome back to the game. 3rd and 2 now after McKinney picks up 4. Peters on the stop for Jacksonville. Next play, McKinney once again up the middle. The Jazz cannot stop the Chiefs on 3rd down. The Chiefs are 3 for 3, I believe, so far third down. Jared McKinnon once again gets a first down for the Chiefs. They're down to the Jags 39. Can the Jags get the Chiefs off the field? So far, the Jags cannot stop the Chiefs on third down. So far, it's been the Jags' downfall is stopping the team on third downs today. So 7 plays, 36 yards. First and 10 for KC at the 39 of Jacksonville with 1:14 left in the first quarter. What would KC do without fresh set of downs? Mahomes finds, once again, Travis Kelce, 7-yard pickup. Lloyd Aluncoon on the tackle for Jacksonville. Mahomes is 11 for 13, 84 yards and a touchdown. That is Travis Kelce now 6th grab for 40 yards and a touchdown. And that'll do it. That in the first quarter in KC. Jacksonville and KC both tied at 7. You look at the first quarter statistics for both teams before we go into a quick little commercial break. The Chiefs so far ran 12 more plays in Jacksonville, 20-8. They tripled the Jags' offensive output, 121 to 45. They both averaged about 6 yards a play, but it's the time of possession that's really hurting Jacksonville. The Chiefs outplayed Jacksonville 10-34 to 356, but the score is 7-7. So despite everything in KC's favor, we're still tied at 7-7, but Jacksonville has to stop the Chiefs on third down. 2nd and 3 at the 32 Jacksonville. At the end of the first quarter, the Kansas City Chiefs 7, the Jacksonville Jaguars 7. We'll be right back with the second quarter here on the channel after this quick commercial break. Welcome back. The second quarter of the Jags Chiefs tied at 7. Chiefs are now 3rd down and 3 after a quick pass to Sky Moore for no gain. Trey Herndon on the coverage. So once again, 3rd down for Jacksonville defense to make a stand and stop this KC offense. From here, it'll be a 49-yard field goal if the Jags can stop them. This would be the second play of the second quarter. Tied at 7. 3rd and 3 at the Jacksonville 32-yard line. Can the Jags defense make a stand? Let's see what happens. 10th play of the drive. 43 yards on the drive so far. Finally, the Jags get the Chiefs offense off the field. Mahomes pass incomplete. It'll be 4th down and 3 at the Jacksonville 32. From here, it'll be about almost a 50-yard, about 49 yards for Harrison Buckner, who I think is one of the most better kickers in the league. This is probably nothing for him. But once again, we finally got a stop on third down. We got the Jags defense off the field. Let's see what Andy Reid and the Chiefs do with a banged-up Patrick Mahomes on fourth down. They're probably going to bring out the kicking unit for a 49-yarder. Or they could go for it early on in the game. They decided to bring out Buckner. 50-yard field goal is good. So with 14:09 left in the second, the Chiefs take a 3-point lead, 10-7. So that's a round of applause for the Jags defense to finally get the Chiefs off the field. They got points out of it. But hey, I'll take 3 points over 7 points any day where you playing the Kansas City Chiefs. So with 14:09 left in the second quarter, the Chiefs 10, the Jags 7. We'll be right back. Quick little 5-second break. We'll come right back here to KC as the Chiefs now lead by 3. Welcome back to Kansas City. The Jaguars about to start their third series of the game. Their last drive was set up by a great field position after a 60-plus yard kick return by Jamal Agnew to set them up for a quick little touchdown drive. Lawrence to Kirk to make it a 7-7 game. But the Chiefs in their last drive drove down the field, got 3 points. So we're now 10-7, KC on top. The story of the game so far, not Trevor Lawrence, but Patrick Mahomes a little banged up as his ankle is a little bit sore. We'll keep you up with more updates as we go, but Mahomes is going to try and thug it with a bad ankle. Lawrence first play of the drive, 9-yard pass to Travis Etienne, gets out to the 34-yard line. So my thoughts of the game so far, I think the Jaguars offensively could keep up the KC offense. Both offenses are very explosive, especially for the Jaguars in this little 6-game win streak we're on. The Jaguars cannot turn the ball over. We cannot turn the ball over because Kansas City is one of the better teams in the league and capitalizes off the team's mistakes. So this is what happens on 2nd and 1. Trevor Lawrence will keep up the middle and get 3 yards in the first down for Jacksonville at the Jacksonville 37-yard line. So Trevor's playing a little more calm compared to last week's opening start against the Chargers. He's playing a little poised despite being on the road. Trevor Lawrence, once again, his career has never lost a game on Saturday dating back to high school. And he proved it last week after throwing 4 picks in the opening half. He turns around, throw 4 touchdown passes in the second half, en route to a 31-30 win over the Chargers, their first playoff win since 2017. And my boy Hasty on the carry, 23 yards, puts him inside Jags territory. JaMycal Hasty, or Tasty Hasty as they call him in Duval, 23-yard run, sets him up inside Chiefs territory to the 40-yard line. Big play. Another big play on the ground for the Jags. Can KC not stop the run? I mean, those 2 plays between ETN and Hasty, that's 42 yards on the ground. Do we find a weak spot in KC defense? Can it not stop the run? We'll look forward. Lawrence to our boy Evan Ingram, 10 yards and another Jags first down to the Chiefs 30. So the Jags moving the football very effectively on this drive. They started back at their own 35. They're now at the Chiefs 30. 4 plays, 45 yards. The Jacksonville Jaguars look confident and comfortable in offense on this third drive. First and 10, the Chiefs 30, around the edge of the red zone. Let's see what the Jags do with 12:20 left in the first half. Lawrence, 5-yard completion to Zay Timothy Jones. His first grab of the game, down to the 25. Frank Clark, the stout linebacker for the Chiefs, makes the stop. That's the Jags' 5th play on the drive, 50 yards. It'll be 2nd and 5 to KC 25, with 11:45 left in the first half. That's a lot of 5s. Let's see what the Jags do on 2nd and short. Lawrence looking really good on the game. 6 of 8, 47 yards, and a touchdown. Let's see what he do on 2nd and 5. The Chiefs' 25-yard line, looking to take their first lead of the afternoon. It's a big play for Jacksonville. 2nd and short. What they do with it? They got to capitalize here on a good drive so far. They got to get some kind of points on this drive. 2nd and 5 for the Jags. The Chiefs 25. Set up by a beautiful 23-yard run by JaMycal Hasty. And then a 10-yard reception by Evan Ingram. And the last play before this, Zay Jones 5-yard completion for Trevor Lawrence. Lawrence pass, incomplete short right, but as a penalty, it'll be called tripping on Little on the Jags offensive line. 10-yard penalty, pushed it back to the 35. So instead of be 2nd and 5, it'll be 2nd and 15. After the tripping call, the Jags deep offense. First penalty by either team. Well, first penalty on the offense for Jacksonville. Second penalty overall for Jacksonville. It really put a halt on their drive. And then Lawrence gets sacked for the first time. Frank Clark gets his on the second-year quarterback for Clemson. So it's now 3rd and 19. So after a tripping penalty, then a sack for the first time, really pushed the Jags almost out of field goal range. They got to get something here on 3rd down to put it back in Riley Patterson's field goal range. So a big defensive stand so far for the Chiefs, slowing down the Jags' perennial drive. 3rd and 19 for Jacksonville, the KC 39. 8 or 9 yards here will be suitable for Riley Patterson's field goal range. Let's see what Jacksonville do in 4th and 19. 3rd and 19. Pass incomplete for JaMycal Hasty. It'll be about a 58-yarder for Riley Patterson. I think Jacksonville might put. So a squandered drive that has some promise. And it started off with a tripping penalty. Then Lawrence got sacked for 5 yards. They couldn't do that on 3rd down. So the Jags are forced with a dilemma. When they try to 58-yarder with Patterson, or when they try to pin the Chiefs deep in their territory and try to flip the field position. Let's see what Coach Doug will do in this play. So with 10:16 left, a promising drive by Jacksonville, halted by penalties, and then a sack by Frank Clark knocked the Jags possibly out of field goal range. Like I said before, about a 57, 56-yarder for Riley Patterson, the hero from last week's victory against the Chargers. And Coach Doug will decide to punt it. They'll pin the Chiefs at the 2-yard line, and that's when the Chiefs will take over. So despite moving the football very effectively down the field, the Jags hurt themselves with penalties, knocked them out of field goal range, and put the ball back to KC. But they pinned the Chiefs at the 2-yard line. Let's see what the Chiefs do on their 4th drive of the game. 10-7 Chiefs with 9:59, my apologies, left in this first half. We're right back here on the channel. Chiefs up 3 on Jacksonville. Welcome back to KC. Scored 10-7. Chiefs will take over there on the 2-yard line. The Jags' last drive was kind of disappointed. We had big plays at the big play, and once again, the Jags shoot themselves in the foot. A 10-yard tripping penalty that had the Jaguars at their own 25. With the Chiefs 25, you push it back to the 35, and then, of course, Frank Clark with the sack. Not about a field goal rate, but you did flip the field position to have the Chiefs at their own 2. Now we got a breaking news. Patrick Mahomes did not start this series. Former Jazz quarterback Chad Henne will start this drive. As you last see, Chad Henne's last game he played, he helped the Chiefs knock off the Browns 2 years ago in the 2020 Divisional Round playoff. So he has experience in playoff games. Let's see how long Patrick Mahomes will be out with the ankle injury. As Henne's first pass complete to Travis Kelce once again, his 7th catch of the game. Next play after that, Isaiah Pacheco is 8 yards. They're out to the KC 16. First down, Kansas City. Let's see how long Patrick Mahomes is out. This will be a huge, monumental loss for the Chiefs if they don't have Patrick Mahomes going forward for the remainder of this game. So let's see we'll keep an eye on that story, how long Mahomes will be on the sideline with that naked ankle. So it'll be first and 10 to the Pacheco 8-yard carry. After starting on 2, they out to the 16. Alunku on the tackle for Jacksonville. Pacheco 7 more yards out to the 23. Josh Allen and Alunku once again on the stop. After a pickup of 7 for the unknown hero on this Chiefs offense, Isaiah Pacheco, been a huge commodity on this Chiefs offense. 5 carries, 36 yards for Pacheco, who's possibly going to be their franchise running back going forward, as Clyde Hayward-Hilaire once again out for another season-ending injury. At this point, do you consider him a bust? He's never available for the Chiefs, and I think Pacheco fits this scheme perfectly. I think he could be a franchise back for this Chiefs offense. So it'll be 2nd and 3. Hitty's pass intended for Graves incomplete. 3rd down at the Chiefs 23. Can the Jazz get the defense off the field? Huge 3rd down. No Mahomes. Can they get a stop here on 3rd and short? Hamilton there in the coverage. This is the 5th play of the drive. Huge stand for Jacksonville if they can get the Chiefs team off the field. Big 3rd down right here for Jacksonville. Can they get another defensive stand on the Chiefs on 3rd and short? I won't be surprised to get the ball to Pacheco. Hitty's pass is complete. The former Florida Gator Kadarius Toney for 8-yard pickup and a 1st down out to the Chiefs 31. So even without Mahomes, the Chiefs are constantly moving the football on the Jazz offense. No matter who the quarterback is, they got to get the defense off the field. I mean, that's a 4th 3rd down conversion of the first half. They're like 4 or 5 on 3rd downs. The Jazz cannot get off the defense for nothing to slow down this Chiefs offense. Whether it's Patrick Mahomes or Chad Henne quarterback, they cannot get defense off the field. So it'll be 1st and 10, the Chiefs 31 after 8-yard catch by Toney. Beautiful play call by Andy Reid. Henne's pass is complete to Travis Kelce for his 8th catch of the first half. 4-yard gain to the 35-yard line. So it'll be 2nd and 6 for Henne and company. Travis Kelce, 8 catches, 50 yards, and a touchdown. He's on his way to double-digit catches in the opening half. But it's good to ask Jacksonville to slow down Kelce in the big play variety. They'll leave everything underneath. They cannot let them get behind him when it comes to Travis Kelce. He's very dangerous in the middle of the field in the vertical attack. So good job by Jacksonville to limit him in the big play department. 2nd and 6 for KC at the 35. Henne's still to give a quarterback. Let's see what they do here. Moore on the carry, 3 yards. Once again, 3rd and short. 3rd and short at the KC 38-yard line. Can the Jazz get a stop on 3rd down? They have been struggling this game on 3rd down. I believe the Chiefs are 4 and 5 on 3rd down conversions. So let's see what the Jazz do on 3rd and short for the 2nd time this drive. Alunku and Rayshon Jenkins there on the stop. Can Jacksonville get a stop? This is the 8th play of the Chiefs drive with 6:36 left in the opening half here in KC. The Chiefs have a 3-point lead. Timeout. 2nd call timeout by the Chiefs. They have 1 remaining left in the first half. 5:49 left. Chiefs lead by 3. We'll take a quick little commercial break, and we'll come right back to KC 3rd and 3 at the Chiefs 35. Can Jacksonville finally please get a stop? Welcome back to the channel. 3rd and 3 at the KC 38. Can Jacksonville get this defense off the field on a critical 3rd and 3? They have struggled all afternoon, except for one time when they made a key stop last possession to force a field goal. But so far in this drive, the Chiefs are 2 for 2 on 3rd down. They converted already a 3rd and 3 early on with an 8-yard completion to Toney. What does the Chiefs have in store for Jacksonville once again on 3rd and 3? 5:49 left in the first half. And a very good game so far. Jacksonville has really, they limited the big plays for the most part. They're getting beaten time of possession, of course, because the Chiefs are slowly moving down the field. But give Jacksonville some credit. That huge touchdown drive 2 possessions ago was critical to keep this game close. If Jacksonville could stay within a touchdown range this whole game, I like Jacksonville at the end of the game, but they got to keep it close. They got to keep it within 1 possession. Between 10 points or less, I give the Jacksonville Jaguars a much cushion to keep this a game. 10 or less, I like Jacksonville at the end. But they got to keep it close. They got to get stops on 3rd down. They got to get their defense off the field. Give them a breather. Give their offense a chance to put points on the board. Jacksonville's offense, you got to stop shooting yourselves in the foot. That last drive was guaranteed 3, possibly a touchdown, but that tripping penalty really hurt Jacksonville on that last drive. Putting the football back. Possibly could have tied the game on that drive. But let's see what the Chiefs do on 3rd and 3. We don't know what's the status of Patrick Mahomes and his ankle going forward. Hopefully, he'll be back soon. We definitely want the Chiefs at full 100%. So, if we do win, we don't hear those excuses about, oh, Mahomes hurt. Oh, he was 100%. You know, I want to be 100%. So, if we do win, oh, the Chiefs were 100%, man. The Chiefs had everybody. So, on 3rd down, Hitty's pass is complete for 4 yards. It is a penalty. 15 yards. Arden Key called for roughing the passer. So even if he still got the 1st down, but you have 15 more for the roughing the passer. They'll accept the penalty, and the Chiefs are now in Jags territory at the 43-yard line. So every drive, the Chiefs have gotten somewhere in Jaguar territory. Hitty still a quarterback, first pass, 1st down. Incomplete to the for Blake Bell. 2nd and 10 at the Jags 43 with 5:27 left. A huge roughing the passer called Arden Key. Really pushed the Chiefs further on down the field inside Jags territory. Can they get a stop? With 5:27 left, the Chiefs are slowly moving the football down the field. Very effectively on this drive. 9 plays, 55 yards, and 10th play coming up. Hitty still the game of quarterback. They're at the Jags 43 after incompletion to former Oklahoma star Blake Bell. 2nd and 10 for Hitty and crew with 5:27 left. Pacheco busts a big one through the Jags defense. Tyson Campbell with a touchdown-saving tackle. 39 yards for Isaiah Pacheco. As I said before, he's an unsung hero of this Chiefs offense. Sets the Chiefs up 1st and goal at the 4-yard line. So a big play on the ground for the Chiefs as Pacheco busts a big one. And it's 1st and goal at the 4 after starting the drive at their own 2. The Chiefs are at the Jags 4-yard line, knocking on the door to make it a 2-possession game. Pacheco up the middle, down to the 1. 2nd and goal at the 1 for KC. It's just a matter of time before the Chiefs punches in from a yard out. Big drive for Chad Henne and company. Capped off by roughing the passer penalty that really pushed the Chiefs forward, and then that 40-yard run by Pacheco moments ago sets the Chiefs up for 2nd and goal at the 1-yard line. Looking to punch it in from a yard out to make this a 17-7 game. They started their drive on 2. 3 huge 3rd down conversions and a 40-yard run by Pacheco. Really put this drive in the driver's seat for KC. Let it go up by 2 possessions on Jacksonville. Huge play for Pacheco to put the Chiefs in striking range for a touchdown. This was their 12th play of the drive, 97 yards. An impressive march by the Chiefs. Hitty's pass complete. The Travis Kelce touchdown, KC. Kelce's 2nd touchdown catch of the game. His 9th catch of the opening half. Now pushing at 10. Actually, his 10th catch of the half. 10 catches, 55 yards, and 2 touchdowns now for the All-Pro Kelce, who's added on to a monster year. The Chiefs punching it after Huge march, 12 plays, 98 yards, and the Chiefs take a commanding 2-possession lead. The score is now 17-7, KC. So after a 12-play, 98-yard drive, the Chiefs, with Chad at quarterback, drives 98 yards. Pacheco with a 40-yard run on second down, pushes to the 1-yard line, and Henry does the rest, finds Kelsey in the end zone for a 1-yard touchdown. Penalty extra point, the score will be 17-7, KC. Extra point is good. False start on the Chiefs, on the Jags. Extra point is good. And with 3:54 left after a 98-yard drive, the Chiefs 17, the Jags 7. Can the Jags answer before halftime with 3:54 remaining? We'll be right back here on the channel as the Chiefs take a 10-point lead in Arrowhead. Be right back. Welcome back to KC with the score 17-7. With 3:54 left, the Jags will start at their own 25-yard line. Can Jacksonville capitalize off a 98-yard, 12-play drive that capped off by a 40-yard run by Pacheco to set him up the 1-yard line, and then Travis Kelsey do what he does best, hauling touchdowns. Despite Mahomes missing the whole drive, Chad Henne put off a masterful drive from the 2-yard line, punched it from 1 yard later. It's 17-7 as Jacksonville looking to cut into this deficit before halftime. First play on the Jags drive, 6-yard carry for Travis Etienne to the Jacksonville 31-yard line. Jacksonville has 2 to 3 timeouts remaining. With 3:54 left of the clock, former Florida Gator Carlos Dunlap makes a tackle for the Chiefs. ETN back-to-back runs. This time gets a first down. 5-yard pickup to the Chiefs 36. Bolton on the tackle for the Chiefs. So Jacksonville trying to establish the ground game here to set the play-action pass, hopefully. We'll see what the Jaguars do on first down with a fresh set of downs. 3:15 left in the opening half. Kansas City will start the second half with the football. So hopefully with some halftime treatment, we could see Patrick Mahomes return in the second half. We'll wait and see. But Jacksonville first and 10, they're on 36 with 3:15 left. Pass incomplete intended for Christian Kirk, second down. Jags down 10, 2 timeouts left, plenty of time left. They cannot afford to give the Chiefs the football back before halftime. Could now be detrimental to the Jags' chances. I said early on in this half, if the Jags can stay within 10 points in striking distance of this game, I like them in the second half to win this game. But if they fall behind 17-21. Now, granted, we came back for 17 points on multiple occasions this regular season and last week, but we haven't faced an offense nowhere near as formidable as this Chiefs offense. You cannot afford to fall down 17+ against KC and expect to come back. As easy as the Chiefs moving the football down the field on us, we can't afford to be down 17+. So it'll be second and 10 after the completion of Christian Kirk. 2:34 left. 18 up the middle, gets 4 yards to the Jags 40 with 2:25 left. Let's see what happens here. We're headed towards a 2-minute warning. It'll be 36 for Jacksonville. Big conversion for Jacksonville here. If you're the Chiefs, if you get a stop here and score, and you're the Jags, they score a touchdown here for halftime. What is your mindset going to halftime? If at possible, you get stopped here, Kansas City drives down, gets a touchdown. You're down 17. What do you do? So you got to convert. So at 2-minute warning here at Arrowhead Stadium, the score is 17-7 KC. We'll take a quick little commercial break. We'll finish out the first half, and we'll come back with the last 2 minutes of the first half of the AFC Divisional round. The top-seeded Chiefs lead the 4th-seeded Jaguars 17-7. We'll be right back at this quick commercial break. Welcome back to KC as the Jags take the field after a 2-minute warning. After the 2-minute warning, Trevor Lawrence finds Christian Captain Kirk 15 yards in the first down, back inside Chiefs territory. A 15-yard gain, longest catch of the game for Christian Kirk, and the Jags convert on 3rd and 6. Huge play, Snead on the tackle. Then Lawrence goes back to Kirk for 7 more yards to the Chiefs 38 with a minute 34 left. So 94 seconds left in the first half. Back-to-back plays for T-Law to hit his main man, Christian Kirk. Mr. 1,000 on the year for Christian Kirk for the first time in his career. He hauled in 1,100 yards on the season. And the Jags at the Chiefs 38, 2nd and 3. Let's see what the Jags do here on 2nd and 3 with 94 seconds left for the opening half. Bolton on the push out. Lawrence finds Jermichael Hasty 7 more yards. Down to the 31 of KC with 90 seconds left. Still with 2 timeouts. So slowly and methodically, the Jags just dicking and dumping down to get downfield. They're back inside the 35 to the 31 on a 7-yard completion and a first down. This will be the 8th play of the drive on 1st and 10 at the Chiefs 31-yard line. Still, 90 seconds left. What can the Jaguars do inside the 35 on the edge of the red zone? Hasty on the carry, 4 yards. Cook on the stop for KC. Stops the clock at a minute 24. 2nd and 6 at the KC 27. 8 plays, 48 yards. Starting back at the Jags 35-yard line. Minute 24 left for Jacksonville. I can't say KC. For Jacksonville, looking to make a game out of this going into halftime. KC do start the ball in the second half. So we'll find out what's wrong with Patrick Mahomes in the locker room at halftime. Lawrence finds Kirk for the 3rd time this drive. 4 yards. Watson with the push out. 3rd and 2 at the KC 23. So big 3rd down here. They're converting big 36 early on. T-Law to Kirk. So let's see what the Jags do here on 3rd and short. And Lawrence pass incomplete for the 4th time. The Christian Kirk falls incomplete. So it's 4th and 2 at the Chiefs 23. You have 34 seconds left. Do you try and go for it and gamble and miss? Or would you take the 3 points and go to halftime down 7? Let's see what Coach Doug does. He was a gambler last week. Let's see how I play cards this time on 4th and short. This will be the 11th play of the drive if the Jags do tend to go for the 4th and short. I'll play it safe, go to halftime, down 7, kick the field goal. You're down 7 against the defending. You're down 7 against the AFC West champs on their home field. You got to be grateful that you're down 7. They'll kick the field goal. Riley Patterson, 41 yards. It's now 10-17. Chiefs still with the lead, but a big drive to answer by Jacksonville. It's now a 7-point game with 34 seconds left in the opening half. Big drive for Trevor Lawrence and company, get downfield, gets a points out of it. And you go to halftime down 7. So kudos to Jacksonville for keeping this a football game. You're down 7 against KC. KC do get the ball back, start the second half. You guys start the second half with a defensive stop to get your offense back on the field to try and tie this game up in the second half. So 27 seconds left in the first half. The score is Kansas City 17, Jacksonville 10 after a 41-yard field goal by Riley Patterson. So you have some time left. You do have 1 timeout left for KC. Do you try and score this drive? Or do you just take an intermission and just work with the 7-point lead you have right now? We'll take a quick little 5-second break. Come right back. A 41-yard field goal is good for Jacksonville. The score is now Jacksonville 10, KC 17. We'll finish out the first half in just a moment. Welcome back to the channel. Chad Henney takes it deep. So we're going to halftime. The score: the top seeded Kansas City Chiefs 17, the fourth seeded Jacksonville Jaguars 10. You look at the team stats at halftime. The real big story is, what is Patrick Mahomes' status after halftime? He did suffer ankle injury in the first quarter. He has not been seen since I believe the 10-minute mark of the second half, or the first half. Chad Henney put in a masterful touchdown drive, capped off Pacheco punching in to the one, and then Travis Kelce caught a 1-yard touchdown pass from Chad Henney, and that's where we stand. 17-10 is the difference. Look at the first half stats. The Chiefs outgained the Jags 203 to 143. The Chiefs are 5 of 6 on third down, which has been a critical problem for the Jags, as they couldn't get the Chiefs off on defense consistently enough. The Jags are 2 for 5 on third downs. Both teams have 4 drives. They both average about the same offensively. 5.8 to KC, 5.7 to Jacksonville. 107 to 76 in favor of KC through the air. The Chiefs have not been sacked yet. The Jags been sacked once. So both teams' offensive lines been playing very clean outside that triple penalty that Jacksonville gave up late in the first half. Both teams ran the football very effectively well. The Chiefs 96 to 67 advantage over Jacksonville. Both averaging about 7 yards a carry. Both teams are perfect inside the red zone. The Jags 3 penalty for 30 yards has been the difference so far in a one-possession game here in the first half. The Chiefs had the ball longer than Jacksonville, 18-27 to 11-33, but that triple penalty has been the difference. That could have been either a touchdown drive or a field goal drive. But we're going to halftime. The score: KC 17, Jacksonville 10. We'll be back with the second half on the channel. Without further ado, I want to thank our video sponsor, Amazon Associates. Amazon Associates lets me leave out very good Amazon products from their website to my fans here on the channel. So if you click a link down in the description below at the end of this video, I will give out a free Amazon Prime free trial membership, Amazon Video free trial membership, and also Amazon Student Prime free membership for 30 days each trial. Thank you, Amazon Associates, for being a sponsor to this channel. Without further ado, guys, I will see y'all in the second half. Stay tuned for the second half of the Jacksonville Jaguars down 10-17 to the Kansas City Chiefs in the AFC Divisional round. Who will go on to the AFC title game? We'll be back. Clinching dub over the Tennessee Titans. And shout out to Tennessee for a very hard-fought game. But we knew who was the division leaders. We've been hearing it all weekend, you know. Oh, they only got the playoffs because Tennessee was injured. Hey, at the end of the day, you have to capitalize off your team's mistakes. If the shoe's on the foot, they'll capitalize off us too. What's going on? Welcome back to the channel, guys. Long overdue video between myself and Go B. My boy just got back from that. welcome back to the channel, guys. Today we're going to talk about the Florida huge last night on the road against the LSU Tigers. The Gators won by 11 by a score of 67-56 to win their second consecutive conference game in the SEC play. Sorry about that. The Gators won their second consecutive game to open the SEC play after starting off 0-2. Let's go and look into the stats up to last night's win against the Tigers. Once again, back-to-back wins for the Gators, huge for a confidence booster for the Gators. Colin Castleton led the way and scored with 18 points, 7 boards, and 5 blocks. He also had a career-high 12 free throws made. Let's look at it. He led the way for Gators in scoring. He had 18 points, 7 boards, 5 blocks. He was 12 of 15 for the free throw line last night. So he went for Gators, and then KJ Williams led the way for the Tigers. He was the only person double figures for the LSU Tigers. He had 23 points, 8 for 20 shooting, and 6 of 8 for the line. Let's go ahead and look at the team stats for last night's game. Florida, for the second consecutive game, outshot their opponent from the field, holding the Tigers at 32% from the floor, while Florida shot 39%, almost 40% from the field. Once again, the Gators are struggling to find their three-point stroke, shooting 20% overnight, but LSU shot a little bit worse at 17.9. Both teams hit 5 3-pointers, as Florida shot 5 for 25, LSU shot 5 for 28. Both teams went to line very successfully, as LSU went line 16 times, while Florida went to line 32 times, making 24 of the shots, 75% for the floor as a team. LSU was 13 for 16, as they were 81% as a team. Florida, for the second consecutive game, got rebounded by 6. But the steals was a big difference. 10-5 Florida's favor. They outblocked LSU 8-0. They had less turnovers, so they won the turnover battle, and they committed less fouls. So big win for Florida going into LSU. Definitely the underdog in that game. Definitely came in, was very successful, got the dub, and they're now in the hunt right now early on. After a tough non-conference schedule, the Gators get it done in back-to-back huge wins in SEC play. You look at the stats for Florida. Fudge finished with 7 points, 3 rebounds. Castleton, as I said before, led to 18-7. Richard had 5 points in 24 minutes as he fouled out. Bonham had 3 points. Lofton, who had a big game against Georgia last time out, only had 8 points in 32 minutes. And Reeves, who was the other player in double figures for Florida, had 11 points. He did struggle 3 for 12 for the field, 1 for 8 for the 3-point line. And then Kugel, the other guard, and Jones come out for 15 points on the night. LSU, as I said before, only had 1 player in double digits. The only other person that had close was Fountain and Miller, both with 8 points. Fountain fouled out. Fountain also had 6 boards. Hannibal, at the guard position, led the way in rebound with 12. He had 4 points, shot 1 for 6 from the field. Miller, I said before, was 2 for 12, 1 for 8 for the 3-ball line, and then really no help for the bench, as they had 10 points. Ward with 6 and Cole with 4. So Florida with a big win, as I said, by 11 against LSU. Their next game out will be a home date against the number 20 Missouri Tigers. Missouri comes in at 13-2. Then Florida will travel to take on A&M, Mississippi State, before they return back for their last SEC encounter with South Carolina before they go into the SEC Big 12 Challenge, where they take on number 11 Kansas State. So you look at the standings right now, the SEC. Florida right now sits, I believe, in the 5th spot. No, Florida is in the 6th spot right now. It's the only 2-loss team in the 6th spot at 9-7 overall, 2-2 in conference play. They trail Missouri, Auburn, A&M, Alabama, and Tennessee, who's on top of the SEC East right now. LSU with the loss is now second to last in the SEC, now 1-3 in conference play. After starting off 11-1, the Tigers lost 3 of the last 4 games. They're now 12-4 overall, 1-3 in conference. The only two who have not failed to win a conference game is the Ole Miss Rebels, who's now 0-4 in conference, 8-8 overall. Well, I appreciate it. It was a short video. I'm a little bit late, but I appreciate it, guys, for tuning into the video. Gators win big, 67-56. Big road win against the LSU Tigers. We'll be here every time the Gators basketball team touch the floor, I will have the post-game analysis and stats and scores from the game and preview the next game as I'll be here as Florida take on number 20 Missouri in the next outing. So appreciate y'all here. Subscribe and like the video, guys. I hit the link down below for a free gift from me to you. That'll be down in the description. And I appreciate you guys, man. Go Gators, and thank y'all for tuning in.
Y'all ain't saying nothing. Hallelujah. Where is it in the Bible where God told you to call that church First Church? Where's that in the Bible? You got a problem since the word apostolic ain't in the Bible? Where's that in the Bible? Apostolic is still right. Put that on Facebook.
Amen. That don't bother me none. No. I tell you what you do, Bible way. Why don't you come before the people or let me come there?
Beseeching Brother Jennings to have this conversation. He said in one of his videos that, I tell you what to do, let me come down to your church. The doors of the church are open.
And feed you. You don't have to pack no clothes. We'll stop at the store of your choice. Wonderful. Amen. Whether it's Neiman's Marcus or it's anywhere.
Anywhere.
Amen. Even if you want a few custom-made clothing, we'll take you to Suit Source. Let them custom make you something. Anything that I can beat you out your clothing.
About November the 7th last year, and I remember somebody owed me something. Jennings, I want my suit and my ride. I want my suit and my ride. You said you would pick me up and bring me to Philadelphia, or you would come here. All liars. All liars. I'm a witness. All liars will have their part in the lake of fire. Fulfill what you said. You said you would give me a ride. What size suit I wear? A 42 regular. A 42 regular, 10 and a half shoe, 16 shirt, 16 and a half shirt. And I'm waiting. And the whole church waiting on you. Don't say it if you don't believe it. Amen. We're waiting. Amen. Because the truth has to be told.
Great, baby. Thank you. Welcome back to the second half of the Chiefs versus the Jags. I'm sorry I'm a little bit behind. I was trying to catch up. But the Jags got a 3-and-out on Kansas City. So Jacksonville will take over after on 15. After a 56-yard punt by former Florida Gator great Tommy Townsend. Huge stop on the Jags. The Chiefs open and drive and start second half. This is what I said at the end of the half. The Jags had to come out and get a stop to start the second half. The Chiefs went 3-and-out. And now Jacksonville taking over on the Chiefs side of the field. So the Jazz got a tall order this job. They're trying to tie the game up here in the second half. We'll take a quick commercial break, come back, let me get myself situated, and we'll start the Jazz opening drive of the third quarter. You're tuned in to Woot Worldwide here on YouTube. Welcome back to the channel. The second half drive starts for the Jags and a 3-and-out for KC. Jamarcus Hasty at the middle, 5 yards to the Jags 20. After they start the old drive, they're 15 after a 54-yard punt by Tommy Townsend. See what happens here in this Jags drive. Big drive for Jacksonville. Getting a 3-and-out for KC to start their second drive. Their second half drive. Let's see how the Jaguars do. They open their drive in the second half. Second and 5 for Jacksonville after on 20. After a 5-yard run by Jamarcus Hasty. 12:02 left in the second half, or the third quarter. Plenty of time left for Jacksonville to make up that 1 touchdown deficit. Game pretty much even across the board for the most part. KC has beat Jacksonville every aspect of the game. When it comes to yards, time of possession, rushing, but the Jags are still down 1 possession. The difference, stopping the Chiefs on third down. The Chiefs are 5 and 7 on third downs. And that one drive before, the second last drive before halftime, when the Jags was driving, and a tripping penalty cost the Jags points in that drive, and the Chiefs went down the field. The next drive and scored a touchdown. So that's where we at, 17-10. Jacksonville trying to make their first trip to the AFC Championship game since 2017. The Chiefs are looking to get to, I believe, their 4th consecutive or 5th consecutive AFC Championship game. So there's a lot riding this game here for both teams. The Chiefs are trying to go back to the AFC Championship, which they lost last year to the Bengals. And the Jags looking to get to the AFC Championship for the first time since 2017. We're losing to the eventual AFC champions, the New England Patriots. So a lot riding on this game. The winner of this game will take on the winner of Buffalo and Cincinnati. If Buffalo beats KC in the AFC Championship game. It will not be held in Kansas City. It will be held in Mercedes-Benz Stadium in Atlanta, Georgia, as a neutral site game. But if KC plays Cincinnati, then it'll host it in KC. If Jacksonville wins and they play the winner of the Buffalo or Cincinnati, the winner of Buffalo or Cincinnati will host the AFC Championship game. So there's a lot riding this game for all four teams. ETL in the middle on first down. On third down. And Trevor Lawrence passed incomplete to Christian Kirk. So Jacksonville failed to do something football on their drive. It was an 8-play drive, 25 yards. And once again, Jacksonville cannot capitalize on the missed opportunity for KC. KC went 3 and out. Jacksonville had the ball for 8 plays and failed to do nothing with it. So now it's 4th and 7 after Jags 40 with 8:40 left in the third. What is Jacksonville going to do in this play? I believe they're going to probably put it and see if their defense can give them another stop. But that's a tall order to stop in Kansas City multiple times in a row. Cook will punt the football, pin the Chiefs at the 20, and that's when Patrick Mahomes and the Chiefs will take over. So with 8:26 left in the third quarter, Jacksonville gives the ball back to Kansas City. The Chiefs lead 17-10 with 8:26 left in the third. We're back here in the channel in a few moments as the Chiefs take over for the second time in the third quarter with a 7-point cushion. Welcome back to the channel. KC starts their second drive of the third quarter. Pacheco in the middle for 3 yards. Set up 2nd and 7 at the KC 23. Pacheco's having a very good game. He has 9 carries, closing on 100 yards with 84 yards rushing. ETN's having a pretty solid game, 8 for 52. Both quarterbacks looking pretty efficient today. Not too much downfield shots for either team. Both offenses are very explosive. The big plays are really done on the ground so far for both teams. So let's see how the Chiefs do. Mahomes 5 Pacheco, 6-yard catch. Alunku on the tackle, 31 at the KC 29. It's a big stop for Jacksonville. The Chiefs are 5-7 on third downs up to this point. This is a big stop here for Jacksonville. They can stop the Chiefs. Where the Chiefs have been very successful most of the game, it's third down and short. And most of the third downs have been converted less than 6 yards. Except for last drive, they was 3rd and 10 and they went 3 and out. But the plays under the review, I believe the booth reviewed it. So we'll take a look at it. 2nd and 7. The rule of the field says completion to Isaiah Pacheco for 6 yards. But it's under review. We'll take a couple seconds to look at the play. And we'll come right back with the verdict. You're watching Woot Worldwide. The AFC Divisional round between the Jags and Chiefs. Chiefs have a 7-point lead over Jacksonville. Be right back in 5 seconds. Welcome back to the channel. Still on review on this 3rd and short play. It was 2nd and 7. And it said it was the rule on the field is a completion to Pacheco for 6 yards. Still on the review up to this point. 7:44 left in the 3rd in Kansas City. The Chiefs still have a 17-10 lead over Jacksonville. The play stands. The play was reversed. Or the play was staying, but they thought it was a first down. He was short. KC was charged with a timeout. So the remaining 3rd and short, the one at the 29-yard line, after the review by KC was upheld. So they were trying to challenge to see if it was a first down on the play. He was ruled short. They cost Andy Reid and the crew a timeout. Could that cost them down the stretch? But it'll be 31 for KC at the 29. Looking to convert their 6th first down of the game. Here we go. Can Jacksonville get a stop with 7:44 left? Two timeouts remain for KC, while Jacksonville has all 3. The winner of this will advance to the AFC title game next week. The location is unknown, depending which team wins. If the Jags win, they'll be traveling next week. If the Chiefs win, they'll either host the Bengals or they'll have a neutral site matchup against Buffalo in Atlanta. So there's a lot riding this game here in KC to determine who plays where next week. The Bills and Bengals will play tomorrow afternoon in Buffalo for the right to play the winner of this game next week. In the AFC title game, the goal is to reach the Super Bowl, which will be held this year in Glendale, Arizona. Who represent the AFC in the Super Bowl? The Jags have never played in a Super Bowl before. The Chiefs looking to win their 3rd Lombardi trophy in franchise history. The Bills looking to win their 1st, and the Bengals looking to win their 1st since the 80s. On 4th down, 3rd down and 1, direct snap. No game, 4th down, Kansas City, and 1. big stop by Jacksonville on third down. Back-to-back drives, they held the Chiefs on third down. What does Andy Reid do here on 4th and 1? Does he want to go for it, or does he trust his Chiefs defense to stop the Jags on the next drive? Townsend punts the football. Fair catch called by Agnew after Jags 11. So if the Jags get the football back starting on 11 with 6:08 left, big stop by Jacksonville defense as the Jags now trail 17-10 with 6 some change left in the third. We'll take a quick little break and we'll come right back here on the channel. Jags down 7 halfway through the third. Welcome back, guys. With 6:08 left in the third quarter, the Jags got a big third down stop on the Kansas City Chiefs as they take over and throw it 11. For those who watching the channel, this is the AFC Divisional round between the top seed Kansas City Chiefs and the 4th seeded champions of the AFC South, the Jacksonville Jaguars. Game is pretty much even at this point, despite Jacksonville not capitalizing on their possessions consistently. They're still a touchdown down from tying this divisional round matchup up. So far, the Jags have played a very sound game defensively, but the offense, they got to get in the end zone this drive to tie this football game up. Trevor Lawrence has been very solid so far today. No turnovers, been sacked once. If you look at Lawrence's stats, both quarterbacks have thrown for under 100 yards. Lawrence 11 for 18 for 63 yards, 83 yards, I apologize, and a touchdown. And then Mahomes 14 for 19, 96 yards, and a touchdown. I know he missed most of the second quarter with an ankle injury, but he's cleared to play in the second half. And so far, both teams have been very stagnant on the offensive side of the football to start the second half. Jags, when they first played of this drive, Trevor Lawrence finds Evan Ingram for a first down, and then Jamal Agnew would catch just now for 2 yards to make it 2nd and 8 after Jacksonville 26-yard line. So we have just at 4:09 left in the third, just a little under 20 minutes left of football left. It's anybody's game, but Jacksonville definitely got to get some points in this drive if they want to make this a fight in the fourth quarter. Trevor Lawrence pass to complete to Evan Ingram, but a loss of 4. Evan Ingram snuffed out by Frank Clark. And it's a big 3rd and 12 for Jacksonville. Once again, Jacksonville's failed to move the football down the field in the second half. Give kudos to KC's defense. They have really answered the call as neutralized the Jaguars' offense in the second half. Trevor Lawrence passes incomplete, and once again, the Jags go 3 and out. So the Jags, once again, one casual mistake kills the whole drive. You look early on the first half, they had a promising drive inside the 30, but a tripping penalty pushed the Jags back to the 35, and then they play after that. Frank Clark got a sack on Trevor Lawrence. Just now, Evan Ingram got a 4-yard loss on the catch, and then right after that, incomplete pass to Christian Kirk kills another Jags drive. 2 possessions, 2 punts for Jacksonville. What does Jacksonville have to do to finally get points in this board in the second half? Their defense actually answered the call in the second half. They have 2 KC punts in the second half, but they have failed to move the football so far in the second half. So, does Jacksonville have enough juice left in the tank offensively to win this divisional round matchup? Jacksonville set the punt. Logan Cook set to punt the football back to Kansas City. Now the Jazz defense once again right back on the field just as fast as they got off the field. Does that set the tone going forward? Does the Jags defense get eventually too tired of constantly on the field because the offense is being stagnant with the football? So 2:40 left in the third. It's been a stalemate this third quarter. Both teams about to punt the ball twice. The Chiefs punt the ball twice. The Jags looking to punt the ball for the second time. A 50-yard punt by Logan Cook. Kadarius Toney runs it back out to the 39. Where the Chiefs will take over with 2:25 left in the third quarter. The still score is the Chiefs 17, the Jags 10. We'll take a quick little commercial break. Come back to the channel as the Chiefs take over for the third time in the third quarter, leading by 7. Welcome back, guys. 2:25 left in the third quarter. The Chiefs with their third possession of the third quarter. Big pass completion from Mahomes to Gray for 27 yards. Deep inside Jags territory at the 34-yard line. Andrew Wingard with the tackle. And finally, a big play from either team to start the third quarter. It only took 13-plus minutes. But the Chiefs finally with a big play after both defenses played fantastically in this third quarter. But finally, something big for one of the teams. 27-yard pickup. Then McKinnon on first down gets a yard. Tackle made by Hamilton to make it 2nd and 9 to 33. With a minute 45 to go. This would be detrimental of Jaguars if the Jags allow a touchdown on this possession. They got to hold the Chiefs to 3. But as a tall order, this offense of Jacksonville has been very quiet this third quarter. Still 17-10. 1:45 left. Chiefs driving. 2nd and 9, the Jags 33. How we got to this point, a 27-yard completion to Gray set the set the Chiefs up in the prime field position. Pass incomplete, intended for MVS. Darius Williams there, the ex-Ram, with the coverage, 3rd and 9. Another third down conversion for Jacksonville. Can they stop the bleeding on this drive and hold the Chiefs to 3? 3rd and 9 for Mahomes and company. With that last completion, he's over 100 yards passing at 123 on 15 for 21 passing and a touchdown pass. 3rd and 9 for KC at the Jags 33 with 1:08 left in the third. Big stop for Jacksonville. They can hold the Chiefs at 3 on this drive. Jacksonville all 3 timeouts. KC with 2. Get ready to head to the fourth quarter. So far, 3 plays, 28 yards on this Chiefs drive to be the 4th play on this Kansas City drive after 33 on 39. 68 seconds left in the third. Mahomes pass is complete, and they will call pass interference on Juju Smith-Schuster. So it'll be a 10-yard penalty. So instead of being 3rd and 9, now it's 3rd and 19. Back up the Jags 43. The break the Jags needed. So now on 3rd and 19, they're well out of Harrison Butler's field goal range. They have to limit the big plays behind them, but this is a huge break for Jacksonville after the PI call on Juju Smith-Schuster. So 3rd and 19, back up the Jags 43. 1:02 left in the third quarter. What can KC do on this play? Huge 3rd down, long play for the Chiefs. 57 seconds left. Mahomes find Kelsey for 11 yards. Short of the first down. It'll be 4th and 8. Devin Lloyd and a local on the tackle. It'll be another 50-yard attempt for Harrison Butker. He hit one early on in the first half. So they're back in Butker's field goal range. Pretty much a very good kicker, I should say, early on in the game. He's probably one of the better kickers in the league. This ain't nothing for him for 50 yards. Butker's 50-yard field goal is good. So 8 seconds left in the third quarter. The Chiefs get the first points of the second half on a 50-yard attempt. Good defensive stop for Jacksonville. So the score is now 20-10. Heading to the fourth quarter, a 10-point deficit. As I said twice in this video, if the Jags can stay within 10 points heading to the fourth quarter, I like the Jags' chances. So the Jags are now 10. 20-10, heading to the fourth. Only 3 points allowed so far in the second half by Jacksonville. The offense got to show up and show out this fourth quarter, just like they did last week against Los Angeles. They got to come prepared because this is it. This could be the last quarter of the season. So down 10, heading to the fourth, Jacksonville will have the ball to start the fourth quarter. But a huge stop by Jacksonville. The PI really helped out Jacksonville in that play. They got majority of it back, but they settled for a 50-yard field goal. Round of applause for Jacksonville for not beating a break on that drive despite the gut-wrenching 27-yard completion early on. Jacksonville down 10. They've been down the last 6 weeks of the season. They came back in every game. Do you have one more miracle in your tank to knock off the top-seeded Chiefs in the fourth quarter? This is what we all wait for. Does the Jags have enough juice to take out the mighty Chiefs? Butker kicks it off. Jamal Adams takes it from his end zone and brings out to the 25-yard line after a 26-yard return. So it'll be 1st and 10 at the Jags 25. And if you're Trevor Lawrence and Doug Peterson, you got to go all out this fourth quarter like you did against the Chargers. You got to gamble. You got to make some tough play calls that could change the face of this game. Because when you go to the fourth quarter, you can't play lax no more. You got to go all in like it's poker. This quarter right here will determine the Jags season. Will they'll go on to the AFC title game, or will they not have enough guns in the... They have not enough bullets in the gun to shoot them out. Final play of the first quarter, Trevor Lawrence was sacked by former Florida State defensive tackle Derek Nottie. And now they're in the third quarter. So, when we return back to Arrowhead, the score, the Jags 10, the Chiefs 20. The AFC title spot on the line. When the Jags take over and the fourth quarter starts, it'll be 2nd and 18 after the sack. Can Jacksonville make history again? Or will the Chiefs reign supreme and march on to the AFC title game? Who will go on to the title game next week? We'll be right back. Welcome back, everybody, to the final quarter of the AFC Divisional round. The Jags trailing by 10 to start the fourth, and they're in the hole already. Second and 18, sorry about that, second and 18 after Derek Nottie's sack on Trevor Lawrence to end the third quarter. But a huge completion for Lawrence. He finds Zay Jones 12 yards to make it third and manageable. So 36 after Jags 29 on the first play of the fourth quarter. This is now or never for Jacksonville. They have to go all in. They want to knock off the big dogs. So 36 after Jags 29 and their 12-yard reception by Zay Jones. He's been very quiet so far. Zay Jones on the year, 825 yards receiving, which is a career high for him this year. First down completion, Lawrence keeps himself and goes for 11. First down Jags on a huge third down conversion. So Jacksonville, despite being 2nd and 18, they gained 23 yards in the last two plays and a first down for Jacksonville at the 40. 14-22 and counting for the Jags to try and cut in this 10-point deficit. A turnover would be monumentally horrendous for Jacksonville right now. So they got to play clean. Lawrence keeps it again, 6 yards again, bolted on the stop. It'll be 2nd and 4 after Jags 46. 13:43 left. Still down 10. Sorry, that was Etienne on the carry. My apologies, not Lawrence. So it'll be 2nd and 4 to Jacksonville 46. Jacksonville on the move on this drive. 4 plays, 21 yards. 13:43 left in the fourth. Jags down 10, but they are moving. Big play on second down for Jacksonville. Second is short. Need to get to the 42 for a first. And it's a false start on Chris Medhurst, the tight end. Loss of 5. It'll be second and 9. Back at the 41. They still got to get to the 42 for a first down. Actually have to get to midfield for a first down. I apologize. Second and 9 after the false start. 13:03 left here in Kansas City. Jacksonville trying to get back to the Final Four for the first time since 2017. Chiefs trying to get to their 6th consecutive AFC Championship game. A lot right in this fourth quarter. Lawrence drops back, finds Zay Jones, huge first down, 37 yards, but it was a penalty on the field. It was defensive holding on McDuffie. The Jags declined it. Huge play for Trevor Lawrence and the Jags. 37 yards. The penalty was declined. First and 10 up to 22. Longest pass play of the game for Jacksonville as Zay Jones, a deep ball threat, once again come in clutch. First down with 13:04 left. Beautiful play call by Doug Peterson. Can the Jazz get in the end zone this drive? Their first time in Chiefs territory this whole second half. Kurt on the run. 18 more yards down to the 4. First and goal, the 4-yard line for Jacksonville. They breathe new life here in KC. Can they punch it in? What a play call by Doug Peterson. Back-to-back plays. 55 yards on last 2 plays. Can the Jazz punch it in from the 4? What a call by Doug Peterson's last 2 plays. This was the 7th play of the drive with 12:36 left. The Jags has new life on this drive. Can they answer? First and goal at the 4-yard line. Etienne the middle, touchdown, Jags. Travis Etienne, 4-yard touchdown run. And the Jags, for the first time this second half, finally put points on the board. We got a ball game here in KC. It is now 20-17. On a huge 4-yard run by Travis Etienne up the middle for a touchdown. With 11:49 left, we got a barn burner set here in KC. The Chiefs 20, the Jags 17. We'll be right back here on the channel as the Chiefs lead is cut down to 3 after an ETN 4-yard touchdown run. We'll be right back. got a ball game here in Kansas City, folks. The Jaguars, I call them the cardiac cats, man. They don't give up. Down 10 in the fourth quarter. Doug Peterson and Trevor Lawrence, what a drive. He capped off by a 37-yard completion on 2nd and 9. Then right after that, an 18-yard run by Christian Kirk. And then the next play after that, a 4-yard touchdown run by Travis Etienne. The biggest drive out spurt for the Jags since that 7-7 drive that tied it up. The Jags now down 3. Now can the defense answer and get the stop to give the Jags the football back to potentially either take the lead or tie the game? So KC will take over the 25, only up 3 now. After the Jaguar touchdown drive, how does the MVP leader Patrick Mahomes and the Chiefs answer to that Jags quick touchdown drive? 11:49 left in the fourth quarter. The Chiefs will take over the 25. Wow, this might be coming down to the stretch. I got to get myself right in my seat, get myself situated. Whew. Hands start to sweat already. I'm just ready to see how this Jag defense come on the field and try to answer to this Chiefs offense who's been fairly quiet up until that last drive. Mahomes' first pass of the drive, incomplete, intended for Travis Kelce. 2nd down at the Chiefs' 25-yard line. So already, the Jags already stopped them on 1st down. Travis Kelce's had a spectacular game. 12 catches, 72 yards, and 2 tutties for the All-Pro tight end. 2nd down with 11:49 left for Kansas City. I have to give the Jags the credit. They have held this Chiefs offense in the second half. Very great second half defense for the Jags. Only allowed 3 points. 2nd and 10. Mahomes fires Kelce 1st down. Pickup of 11 to the KC 36. Herndon and Loku with the tackle. That's Kelce's 13th catch of the game. He's up to 83 yards and 2 tutties. So the Chiefs get the 1st down, a big 1st down. On 1st down, Mahomes looking for Tony and is incomplete. So it'll be 2nd down at the 36. Mahomes on the day, pretty solid. 17-25, 145, and a touchdown pass. So it'll be 2nd and 10 for Mahomes and company. Down, only up 3 with 11:07 left. A touchdown here will be monumental in the Chiefs' favor and detrimental to the Jags' cause. 2nd and 10 at the KC 36 with 11 and some change left. The Jags need to stop and the football back to try and tie or take the lead. Mahomes finds once again the man of the hour, Travis Kelce, for another 1st down. Get him 15, and with that catch, Kelce is within 2 yards of a 100-yard game. 14 catches, 98 yards, and 2 touchdowns. They have been literally force-feeding Travis Kelce all game. This man might be on the verge of 20 catches. He's only 6 catches away from getting 20. So it's 1st and 10 at the Jags, 49, inside Jags territory. McKinnon on the carry, gain of 4 to the Jags 45, will be 2nd and 6. No turnover so far for either team. It's been a very clean game. Only 3 total sacks, I think, on the day between the 2 teams. So both teams were very clean. Offensive lines were protected very well. It's going to come down to who makes the stops at the end. 2nd and 6 at the Jags 45. 10:23 left in the 4th. Chiefs holding on to a 3-point lead. Penalty on Corey Peters, neutral zone infraction. 5-yard penalty, 2nd and 1. At the Jags 40. So another costly penalty for Jacksonville. I mean, their 5th of the game. So it's 2nd and 1 at the Jags 40. There's a 6-play on the drive. 35 yards in total with 10:23 left in the 4th. Jacksonville looking to get the football back. Trevor Lawrence hoping he gets another chance. Hoping the Jags can hold him to a field goal on this drive. 2nd and 1 for Jacksonville. For Kansas City. And a huge first down. Illegal use of hands by the Jags defense declined. Patrick Mahomes 5, Juju Smith-Schuster 16 yards down to the Jags 24. Tyson Campbell with the tackle. So now the Chiefs try to answer to the Jags touchdown drive with points of their own. They're inside the Jags 25 to the 24. Big completion for Mahomes. 9:39 left in the 4th. Time is slowly running out for Jacksonville. Down 3. Very quiet game for Juju. Pacheco, 7-yard carry, puts him inside the red zone. Down to the 17. So 2nd and 3 at the Jags 17 with 9:15 left. Big run Pacheco. Pacheco's closing on 100 yards himself on the ground. 2nd and 3 at the Jags 17 with a little over 9 to play. The Jags got to get a field goal on this drive to stop the bleeding. The Chiefs has been methodically moving the football this drive on the Jags. Can the Jags get a stop? 1st and goal to 3 as Kadarius Toney hits the handoff. It takes it 14 yards down to the 3-yard line. So now, 1st and goal to 3. Can Jacksonville get a defensive stand, or will they fall back down 10 points again? The Jags cannot get us a break on defense as the Chiefs just having their way with them on this drive. 8:35 left in the 4th. 1st and goal at the 3-yard line. McKinnon on the carry. Lost a 3. Deshaun Hamilton on the stop. It'll be 2nd and goal up to 6 with 7:56 left. So a little break for Jacksonville as they stop the run. Big tackle for Hamilton in behind the line of scrimmage. So 2nd and goal up the 6-yard line. Big defensive goal line stand for Jacksonville. They can stop the Chiefs at the 6. So it'll be 2nd and goal up to 6, 7:56 left. 9 plays, 69 yards, a 10th play in the drive coming up. Second and goal to 6, 7:56 left. Let's see what Mahomes and company do. And Mahomes finds MVS in the back of the end zone. Touchdown, Kansas City. As the Chiefs now go back up 10 after answering the Jags touchdown drive. So just over 7 left. Mahomes throws his 2nd touchdown pass the afternoon. This time to Valdez-Scantling. 6 yards. Butler's extra point is good. And it's now 27-17. Kansas City up by 10 with 7:08 to go. Can Jacksonville get another score and another quick stop? They got to score points in this drive, or it's possibly the end for Jacksonville. 27-17, KC goes back up 10. We'll be right back with the finish here in Kansas City, here on the channel. Stay tuned for the finale. What's going on, everybody? Welcome back. So you look at it right now, the Chiefs are back up 10 after a huge drive, capped off by a 6-yard touchdown catch by Valdez-Scantling as Mahomes throws second touchdown pass of the game. The Chiefs are on 27-17 with 7:08 left in the fourth. The Jags trailing by 10 with just over 7 to play. If you're the Jags, this 4-down football from here on out. You cannot afford to put the football back to Kansas City, especially when they score 10 points in this quarter alone. You're gonna have to go all out, and you're gonna have to be a lot more aggressive on defense. So hopefully the Jazz can turn this around, get some points in this drive, and hopefully defense can get one more stand out of them to give the Jazz a chance to win this game or force overtime. We'll take a quick little break. Come right back. You're watching the AFC Divisional round. The Chiefs lead by 10 halfway through the fourth. Welcome back, guys. The Jags had the football with 7:02 left. 2nd and 10 at the Jags 45. After another great kick return by Jamal Agnew, can they capitalize off the good field position? Just giving up a touchdown drive the last drive. Can the KC defense stop the Jags offense from making this a football game again? 2nd down and 10 after the completion of Christian Kirk with 7:02 left in the fourth. Trevor Lawrence has never lost a Saturday football game in his life. He's 37-0. Can he make it 38-0? Got his work cut out with him, down 10 in the fourth. So 2nd and 10 after the incompletion of Kirk. What does Jaguars do on 2nd down? 7:02 left in the fourth. This would be huge if the Jazz get some kind of points on this drive. And hopefully the defense gets a chance to get the ball one more time to possibly face overtime. Because, you know, the rules of overtime in NFL and in the postseason is the game does not end on a first team possession touchdown. In the regular season, it does. In the postseason, if the Chiefs score a touchdown, the Jags have a chance to score a touchdown as well. So still 2nd down, 7:02 left in the fourth. 27-17, Chiefs in command. Jags looking to answer the Chiefs touchdown. Christian Kirk was injured on the play. He is questionable to return. Our thoughts and prayers are with Christian Kirk as he is escorted out the field. 2nd and 10 for Jacksonville. How the Jags work now without their top receiver? So they're now 10, 7:02 left. Kirk is injured. Let's see what happens on his next play. Down 10. Can Trevor Lawrence work without Christian Kirk as he was banged up on the previous play? Jags still have all 3 timeouts, while Casey only has 2. This has been the most nervous I've been of a Jags postseason game since last week, when I was literally sitting in the cold watching the game and almost caught pneumonia. So 7:02 left in the fourth, still 2nd down. Christian Kirk was banged up on the previous play. He is questionable to return. The Jags are definitely going to need him down the stretch if they're going to try to force overtime here in Kansas City. Christian Kirk was an 1,100-yard receiver this year. He was the first Jags 1,000-yard receiver since DJ Chark It's 3rd down and 10 as Zay Jones can't hold it in. But Evan Ingram, Johnny on the spot, 16 yards and 1st down to the KC's 39. 6:52 left as Evan Ingram makes a big catch on 3rd and long. So 6:52 left. Inside Kansas City territory, you're looking for any kind of points possible. A touchdown would be great. A field goal would be great either. As long as you cut this within a 1-possession game, you give yourself a chance. So it's 1st and 10 to KC 39. 6:52 left. Can the Jags do the impossible? Still have all 3 timeouts. They have plenty of time to shot the football. And Lawrence finds Zay Jones. Defensive offsides on Frank Clark is declined. Gain of 18 down to the Chiefs 21. 6:25 to go. Hold up. Wait a minute. We got something going on here in this drive. Lawrence pass is incomplete, intended for Marvin Jones. So that'll be 2nd and 10 for 21 with just over 6 minutes left in the 4th. Still all 3 timeouts for Jacksonville. They need to get a touchdown here or a field goal, and they need a stop to get the ball back at least one more time to give them a chance to either win the game or force OT. So here we go. 2nd and 10 after 21 after the pass intended for Marvin Jones is incomplete. Let's see what happens here on 2nd down. For all it's worth, I have to give Trevor Lawrence and the Jags an A+ for effort if they don't win this one. Pass incomplete intended for Evan Ingram. It is 3rd down and long after 21. 6:07 left. Like I said a few seconds ago, a field goal, I'll take it because you'll be only down 7. If you can't get a touchdown, get the field goal. If you get a touchdown, great. But if you don't get the touchdown, don't try and force it. So it's 3rd and 10 for the Jags after 21 yards of KC. 6:07 left as the last pass for Evan Ingram was incomplete. So we see what happens on 3rd and long. They already converted on 1 3rd and long early on in the drive. 6 plays, 34 yards. This is a 7th play of the drive right here. Can Jacksonville gets a conversion on 3rd and long. Trevor Lawrence keeps it for 12 yards, and he's down to the 9-yard line. 6:03 left, and another 3rd and long conversion for Jacksonville. You didn't see that in the 3rd quarter, but the 4th quarter, the Jags are converted on 2 critical 3rd and longs to put them 1st and goal at the 9-yard line. Look at them punching in from 9 out. Can the Jags get a touchdown this drive? Huge run by Trevor Lawrence. He's been using his foot a lot in this 4th quarter on conversions. 7 plays, 46 yards. 1st and goal to 9 with 6 minutes left. 6:03 to be exact. All 3 timeouts for Jacksonville. Like I said, a touchdown would be great. A field goal, we'll take it. Just any points is necessary on this drive. Let's see what happens. Like I said, you cannot take nothing from the Jaguars team. They've been resilient and been fighting and clawing these last month and a half. And I have to give it, and I'm not being biased, Coach Doug Peterson definitely deserves to be recognized for Coach of the Year. I know the Giants coach had a great year, the Eagles coach had a great year, but you look at the Jags being 2-6, and then finishing off 9-8 and winning the division, and then coming back from 27 down to win a playoff game. Now you're on the verge of possibly completing for an AFC title game. As you can see, Trevor Lawrence's pass is complete, but he fumbles. Jamal Agnew fumbled at the 4-yard line, and the Chiefs recovers. Break the Jags didn't need their first turnover of the game, and it could be costly as the Jags now at the 4-yard line was right there on the doorstep and they fumble. KC recovers by Nick Bolton, and the Chiefs will take over at the 4-yard line. 5:36 left. That was broke the camel's back on that one. That hurt. Being right there in the goal line, had a chance to get a touchdown out of it, and Jamal Agnew fumbled. Can you review the play or something? This hurts. I mean, this late in the game, you get your first turnover in the game. It was us. $5:36 left. No time. Throw all 3 timeouts for Jacksonville, so they can't stop the clock. The Chiefs will start the own 3, not the 4. After a Jamal Agnew fumble at the 3-yard line. Oh, man. Pacheco keeps it for a gain of 4 to the Chiefs 7. Time is starting to run down for Jacksonville. A costly fumble inside the 5. Jacksonville calls their first timeout of the 4th quarter. So with 5:29 left in the 4th, then that fumble cost Jacksonville a spot in the AFC title game. We'll be right back. Jacksonville called their first of 3 timeouts left in the 4th. 5:29 left. Chiefs up 10 with the football after the turnover. We'll be right back. Welcome back, everybody. 31 for Kansas City after a 5-yard reception by Kadarius Toney. 5:21 left in the 4th. And the Jags need a stop after that costly fumble inside the 3 by Jermichael Hasty. With Jamal Agnew. I apologize. Oh, the Whites run the football in the first place. Whew. 31. Pacheco, no gain. Big stop by Jacksonville. They could save 2 timeouts. Devin Lloyd and Josh Allen there to stop. So, 4th and 1. Jacksonville will call their second of 3 timeouts. They will have 1 left to remain in the game. They can only stop the ball 1 more time. So, the Jags do get a stop. Is it possible Andy Reid will go for it? They're at their 12. I doubt he'll go for it, but 10-point game, 4th and 1 for KC. We'll be right back here on the channel. 4th and 1. Can Jacksonville make something working now? Down 10. Welcome back, guys. This is the Jags' probably final opportunity to get back in this football game. It'll be 2nd and 6 at midfield after Christian Kirk caught a 4-yard pass. 4:18 left in the fourth quarter. Jacksonville got to be quick with the scoring drive if they want to have any chance of winning this game. 4:18 left, timeout, only one left for Jacksonville. They do have the 2-minute warning coming up, but I advise them to try and score before that 2-minute warning to have the extra 2-minute warning timeout in the back pocket. But that fumble really hurt. This could have been a drive that could have took the lead right here, but it's a lot of what ifs. So 2nd and 6 at midfield. I'm not giving up hope until the clock hits triple zeros. Come on, Jacksonville. Make me proud. 2nd and 6 at midfield. 4:18 left. Kansas City on the brink of going to their 6th straight AFC Championship game. 4:18 left. 27-17 Chiefs. Jacksonville with the football at midfield. See what they do on 2nd and 6. Oh, that'll do it. Well, that'll not do it. Trevor Lawrence threw a pick. Jazz called their final timeout. Now we just gotta watch the final 3:45 dwindle down. Gotta give kudos to the Kansas City Chiefs. We didn't have enough bullets in the gun at the end. We had a fumble at the 3-yard line. I don't know what Trevor was doing on that pass right there. We went from having no turnovers through 3.75 of the game. So the final 4 minutes, we had 2 costly turnovers. And what I said earlier in the week, you have to play clean football when you play the Kansas City Chiefs. They will not let you lose a turnover battle and win the game. It's not going to happen. They're too good of a team. Hats off to Andy Reid and a crippled Patrick Mahomes. He stood in there. I don't know why the Jags ain't blitzed this man. But kudos to Patrick Mahomes. He has a heart of a champion. In there with a bad ankle. 22 of 30, 195 and 2 touchdowns. Travis Kelce got 14 of the 22 catches. I don't understand it. We played a clean game up until that point. It's just we didn't have enough bullets in the gun to win the game. So I'm not even mad we lost. It's the fact that we was there at the end when it mattered most. And we choked. 2-minute warning. Kansas City football third down, at their own 31. It was a great year. It stinks it had an end like this. But we kept it close. We stayed within 10. We was actually within 3 at one point. But that last touchdown really hurt us. We was right there about to cut it back down to 3. But a fumble by Jamal Agnew And God bless him. He's a great special teams player. You're not an offensive player. You're not a running back. Or you're not even a true wide receiver. You're just a special teams player. I like him, but he should not be catching the football on offense. Let's keep that to the true pass catchers on the team. That's just my thoughts. We're at 2-minute warning here in KC. We'll come back for the finish, and we'll wrap up here in Kansas City. Jags down 10 with 2 minutes left. Kansas City about to be on the verge of going to their 6th straight AFC Championship game appearance. We'll be right back here on the channel. Oh, man. Welcome back. Jags still trail 10 at the 2-minute warning. It's now down 4th and 5 for KC. At their own 36. Kansas City called their second timeout. $1:15 left. Well, I'm going to take this time out to give my final thoughts of the game. As you clearly see, we're not going to come back from down 10 with 75 seconds left. I don't know what's more emotional. Losing the 2017 AFC title game or losing this one. I think they're about even to me in my books because both games we had a chance to win. We definitely had a chance to win in 2017. This year, we had definitely had a chance to beat the Chiefs. It's just beat ourselves up. 1:14 left in the fourth. We're about to lose to the same score we lost to the Chiefs early on in the year. 27-17. Jamal Adams returns the kick back to the Jags 33. 9-yard return. 64 seconds left in KC. They're about to go back to the AFC Championship game. Probably going to face be the Buffalo, Cincinnati. I pray to God either Buffalo or Cincinnati beats these guys. I'm really about to start hating the Chiefs now at this point. Kind of this. I like Patrick Mahomes. I'm just tired of them winning now. Man, it's been enough now, y'all. It's been y'all 6th straight AFC Championship game appearance. Y'all start to get on my nerves. But don't worry, next year is only up from here. AFC South champs. Won a playoff game where nobody thought we was going to get this far. Started off 2-6 through 8 games. Finished our last 9, I think 7-2. I mean 6-2. Sorry, last 8, 6-2. Finished 9-8. It was 7-2. It was 7-2. Finished our last 9, 7-2. 9 wins. Won a come from behind playoff game for the record books. The Jags are still fighting despite this game is clearly out of reach. 21-yard completion to Marvin Jones down to the 35. Trevor Lawrence spikes the ball and stops the clock. This would be Trevor Lawrence's first ever Saturday loss in his entire life. And I know he'll never forget this game because he'll lose to the same team twice in 1 year. What I said earlier this week, you have to play the perfect game against Kansas City. You have to play the perfect game all 4 quarters against Kansas City. You cannot afford to turn the ball over and expect to win against Kansas City, let alone multiple times late in the 4 when you're down. 3rd down, incomplete to Marvin Jones. On 2nd down, says 3rd down with 42 seconds left. I think the Jazz need to do is kick a field goal here. Try and get an onside kick to try and score a touchdown. I wouldn't try to force a touchdown at this point. I would try to get a field goal on 4th down. Go for onside. Try to get the football back, then try for a touchdown. But try to throw all your bullets into a touchdown this late in the game, and then try to get the football back. You're just wasting more time. So if you want to conserve, I would try to, if y'all get the first down here, I'll go for a field goal. Cut lead to 7. Trevor Lawrence, 5-yard completion to Christian Kirk, ran out of bounds. So stop clock with 33 seconds left. Decision time for Doug Peterson. You can either kick a field goal, cut lead out of 7, get your hands team on for onside kick, or would you try to go for a touchdown, fail, and the game ends. Please be smart, kick a field goal, and try to get the football back on onside. They did get the field goal, 48-yarder Riley Patterson's good. So the game is now 20-27, and the game is in the balance on an onside kick. 25 seconds left after a 48-yard field goal by Riley Patterson. 27-20. They got to go for onside here, or they'll do it. This is probably the most anticipated play in recent Jags memory. Outside the game with a kick last week, can Riley Patterson once again be a hero and get us his football back with just under 30 seconds to play? Can the Chiefs screw up on special teams? And if they don't, you can't win them all. It stinks that it had to come down to this point. Great season for Jacksonville. Trevor Lawrence, 4,000-yard season. Plus 13 in touchdowns. Cuts interceptions in half. Top 10 pass when it comes to touchdowns and yards. Travis Etienne, 1,000-yard rusher. Kadarius Toney got the football back on the onside kick, and now to do it. So the Chiefs will advance to the AFC Championship game for the 6th time, for the 6th straight year. The Jags fall short. And I have to give Jacksonville all the credit. Well, I have to give KC all the credit. With a hobbling franchise quarterback, Chad Henne came in, got a touchdown drive. That touchdown drive was the difference in a 27-20 victory over the Jacksonville Jaguars. Congratulations to Andy Reid for going to another conference title game. They got a dynasty over there in Kansas City. You can't win them all. Kind of demoralizing to see us lose like this. That fumble inside of 3 was a big difference because you got a field goal. That touchdown would have forced overtime. So we'll be back next year. We'll be a better team next year. We'll go in free agency, go in the draft, built around this season, get everybody healthy, get Calvin Ridley back next year. I'm going to be very scared with Calvin Ridley next year. But our season ends today. The final from Arrowhead Stadium, the Kansas City Chiefs moves on to the AFC title game, winning 27-20 over the 4th-seeded Jacksonville Jaguars. The Chiefs will await the win of tomorrow's other divisional round matchup between the Buffalo Bills and the Cincinnati Bengals. So congratulations to Patrick Mahomes, Travis Kelce, Andy Reid, and the Chiefs organization on a big win. Nothing hanging hats on Jacksonville. Great season. 9 wins. Postseason berth. Division championship. Won a playoff game. Just didn't have enough guns and didn't have enough bullets in the gun at the end. Trevor Lawrence, nothing to get upset about. Travis Etienne, nothing to get upset about. We got to come back next year. We're not the elites yet, but it's only up for here in Jacksonville. Doug Peterson, heck of a year. Trevor Lawrence, heck of a year. Alonco, heck of a year. Tyson Campbell, heck of a year. Zay Jones, heck of a year. Evan Ingram, heck of a year. Nothing to hang your hats on, guys. This is not the end of the Jacksonville Doug Peterson regime. We will be back next year. We'll be better offensively next year. We will get better defensively next year. But best believe this is not the end of Duval County. It's not the end of the Jacksonville Jaguars. It's only up from here. So I appreciate everybody watching the video. It's the longest video I ever did of a live stream. 2 hours and 47 minutes and counting. Jacksonville falls to reach the AFC title game 27-20. Congratulations to Kansas City on reaching the AFC title game once again. Please, Buffalo, Cincinnati, please beat these boys next week. Joe Burrow, I want you to win the Super Bowl. Please. But congratulations to Kansas City. 2 turnovers at the end of the game cost us. I want to thank everybody tuning in the video. Like and subscribe if you're new. The final for Kansas City. The Chiefs win 27-20 over the Jacksonville Jaguars. As the Chiefs advance and the Jags are going back to Jacksonville home. Not hanging their heads down, but hanging heads up high because it's only up from here. Appreciate everybody watching. Thank y'all for tuning in. And we'll see y'all next season. Once again, dude.